Good evening, Live at 5. Another week has gone by. Okie doke, let's wait for a few people to join us. Wowzers! Hi everyone! Hello! How are we all doing? Gosh, there's a lot of you joining there. Hi! Hi everyone! Hey Suze! Wow. Hello Grace, nice to see you. Emma, hi. Hello Lynn. Hello, hello. It is absolutely freezing, isn't it, Annette? Yes, hi Kirsty. It really is cold here today. I think it's colder today than it was yesterday. It feels awful. You remembered it's Friday. Good for you. Good. Hi Michelle. Hi everybody. I hope you're all managing to keep warm. It's not been that warm in here today. I'm like clutching this cup of tea now, like, ooh. Oh, I'm so glad you're looking forward to tomorrow. I am too. Oh. I feel like everything's very hastily set up this evening. And because I was sewing and I lost track of time. So I've been just throwing everything together and trying to get ready really quickly. And I've realised I've forgotten to put my earrings in today, and I feel naked. I hate not having jewellery on, and it's taken me all day to realise that they're missing. There you go. So what have we all been up to this week? Have we all just been getting back to work and getting back into routine and the swing of things? Hi Maria. It's been a very wintry start to January, hasn't it? But we have survived 1 week of January. So 1 week down, another 24 to go. Or however many there are. There are 5 weeks in this month. There usually is in January. It usually goes on for ages, doesn't it? So 1 week down, guys. We've got this. So I don't have any new fabric yet. I'm really sorry. But I have been shopping all week, if you will, just collating ideas and trying to think about what's coming next. And next week we are going to be shopping. So hopefully by the end of next week we should have some nice new things to share. Ooh, Emma has finished her Avril jacket. I've seen it in that lovely fabric godmother puffer. That is a mouthful. Lovely. I have got my first make of 2025 on the mannequin. She needs some pants. I'm not sure about it. I quickly tried it on earlier and I was like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, maybe it just needs putting on with the right outfit, if you know what I mean. It didn't go with what I'm wearing today, so I wasn't really feeling it. Ooh, Emma's going to make a trench coat next. Lovely. You're retired, so yeah, it doesn't apply, does it? Look at you. Ooh, very nice. Oh, you're all very, very busy. You bought an overlocker, yay! Hello, Alice. Hi. So, what I thought I would do come on, Jenny. In search of a bit of colour and a bit of happiness, I thought I'll have a little scooch around the shelves and see what I've got in that's a little bit springy. So it's very, very early. Obviously, we are in the deep midwinter. It's freezing outside. But I know a lot of you like to look ahead. And, you know, by introducing a bit of colour, we don't want to be shopping and sewing for the darkness, do we? So let's look ahead, let's be positive, let's have a look at some sort of pre-spring kind of picks that I've pulled out today. And I love that sort of spring palette of all the pastels and the fresh shades. And I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the green come back on the trees and everything. Oh, the phone's ringing. Who could that be? We don't do alterations. Oh dear. It's actually got to a point now where some of the social stitchers do answer the phone and tell people that I don't do alterations. Well, oh, it stopped ringing, that's good. I mean, it's 5:10 on a Friday evening. Do they think anybody's going to be here? Really? Really? Give me a break. Yes, Michelle, I will show you it now before I get stuck in. So this was the last of this fabric, but I will be getting it back. Say hi. This is Mandy. It is the Ellie and Mac Felicity top. It's like a balloon sleeve. Can you see? We've got a balloon sleeve here going into this nice cuff. And this is the low scoop neck. I think it's come up a bit small, in all honesty. I cut the large and it's pretty neat. So I'm sure it'll be fine at some point. Oh, there's a basting thread hanging out of there. It has a seam down the back as well, which you can't really omit because it's very shaped. It's obviously for a very close fit, but it is very pretty. And I'm sure I will wear it at some point. But when I put it on before, I was like, I don't know about that. But it could just be me. It could just be in that mood as well. Okay, right. So the first thing that grabbed me when I was thinking in that sort of springy, just little bits of spring kind of mindset was some of the canvases. And these are particularly lovely if you were wanting to do some bag making, or if you wanted to get into maybe doing a little bit of just updating some of your home furnishings just to sort of refresh. I know a lot of people like to redecorate at this time of year. Or these canvases that are 100% cotton, and they're a lovely weight for garments like skirts, pinafores, and also jackets. I think I've seen Barbara join. Barbara once made a beautiful trench coat out of one of my canvases, and I will never forget it. It was so beautiful. So I'm going to go in with this one first. And I bet it's upside down, but whatever, you can have it upside down for a minute. This is the Ravenglass cotton canvas, and I'm looking at my two screens here, and on the YouTube camera, that's coming up beautiful and green. Instagram, it looks a bit sludgy, so take my word for it, this is a lovely chartreuse kind of a green. But I think this is one of the ones that on the website, maybe the photographs just don't quite do it justice for the size of the print. So I'm just going to stand back a little bit and then you can see just how nice that is. And these white flowers are very sort of like apple blossom-esque, I guess. It would be perfect for an ironing board cover. Yep, any of your sort of soft furnishing applications, so cushions and curtains, covering things. I know I've sold a fair amount of this sort of thing for sort of covering footstools and headboards. So yeah, absolutely ideal. Really nice and sturdy, lovely and hard wearing. You can't go wrong with these. And also great for bag making and any little accessories and bits and pieces. So that one is Ravenglass, and I did particularly like the colours of that one. I'm just wondering if my screen brightness is like not right. Hi, Annette. It does look a bit dark. There we go. So that's that one. And then the next two are just simply beautiful. And I've had my eye along the canvas shelf this week because I've been thinking about the Bestie bag and which fabric I'm going to use for that. That's going to be my next project. And one of these is a strong contender, but I think I might go plain. We'll see. So first up, woo, I nearly took the tea out then. We have Spring Days, aptly named. It does look a bit like a magnolia, you're right. Oh, I like it when the magnolias come out. There's lots to look forward to, isn't there yet? Yeah, this is upside down as well. So this is on a cream base. Absolutely wrestling it. And then we've got our floral design here, which is very, very delicate. This is beautiful, isn't it? Just imagine this on a skirt. Just lovely. Oh, Karen's got some. Lovely. What did you make with it, Karen? Let us know. But yeah, very pretty. Cream on the base, and then we've got lots of different softer sort of colours on the go here. So this would be nice in the house, wouldn't it? I'm just draping the fabric over the microphone. It's going to sound good. But yeah, very, very pretty. Something like a nice, like a tote. You know, like a larger bag would really sort of show that off nicely. And you could pair that up with a nice plain. I'm thinking that the like the lavender cotton canvas would pair up really nicely with this one. Or the sage green, well, both would be nice. So that one is Spring Days. It is going to be a bag after you've finished decorating. Oh, where are you decorating? We like a bit of decorating. I like a bit of decorating. I like the feeling when it's done. So, okay. Then we have got Purple Haze, which obviously is a favourite of mine, and was a pretty strong contender for my Bestie Bag selection, but I think I'm just going to go plain. Again, I think that's upside down, but you get the gist. I'm not feeling like flipping everything over this evening. So again, this is floral. This is a much whiter base and the colours are much more zingy. So we've got some real nice pops of colour coming up here. Just bring that up just a touch closer for you to see. Very sort of watercolour-esque in the print design there. So lots of different things you could combine with this. For example, you could look at doing like a really bright blue or a green on the, like if you were putting bag webbing with it. Oh, you've had to, stripping on a glitter, you have my sympathies. It will be worth it, Karen, it will. It'll be lovely. Or we've got the purple that we could pick out here, or the blues. There's lots of different sort of ways that you could work this into other colours. Just very pretty indeed. Hello, Carolyn. Gosh, we've got a busy full house this evening, haven't we? Speaking of full houses, we've got a full house for Social Stitches tomorrow. Dear me. We've had to, I'm going to have to go and buy, in the morning, a gas bottle for the gas heater upstairs, because we're going to have to move upstairs because we've got loads of people coming. For the Ramona, yeah, it would be lovely for the Ramona skirt. I mean, there's not a great deal of difference between a canvas like that and maybe sort of like an 8-ounce denim. They're a very sort of similar feel. So, did I just see how wide is it? I'm sure somebody just, oh, Alice did, yeah. It's 60 inches or 150 centimetres wide. So, full width, proper stuff. So, I thought those three were very cheerful, very uplifting, bit of pre-spring kind of let's lift the vibe. Right, let's look at some viscose. And again, just picking some nice happy colours out here, just to lift us all up a little bit on a very cold and dull January evening. I adore this fabric, it's so gorgeous. And again, this is another one where when it's folded up on the shelf, it just does not do it justice. It really needs to be seen over a decent sort of length. This one is, I think I know, but I'm gonna check. Yep, this is the Groovy Vibes Disco viscose. It's been a long week. So as always with viscose, you've got that amazing drape and movement, and this is just so sort of, I would call it subtle hippie. It's like hippie vibes, but not in your face. The colours are just phenomenal. So we've got this lovely sort of lilac, we've got the pastel greens, there's blues in there, bits of pink, there's all sorts going on, but together it's sort of deceptively subtle. I don't know how to put that into words, but yeah, there's a lot going on, but it's not too much. So you could go with a print like this, you know, you could just be looking at a touch of something. A nice blouse would look lovely. A pair of, gotta say it, a pair of luxe pajamas. Oh, thank you, Grace, that's very kind. Or, of course, some sort of beautiful dress or skirt to really maximise that print. I don't think it's too early to start sewing flamboyant dresses for the summer. Because why not? Also, you sort of like cord type things. I know somebody had already mentioned the saguaro, things like that. Like the Esty would look great. Anything, I guess, like this top that has a beautiful big sleeve would really carry off a fabric like this. You know, you've got that sort of 70s styling with lovely soft drapey fabric. It would be beautiful. Yeah, it'd be lovely for a lotter. So it's just nice, and you can go with a pattern that doesn't have too much detail because the fabric's really doing the work for you there. Oh, thank you, Emma. That will be handy. An Andy set. Oh, who does that one? Remind me. I'm not as good at patterns as you guys are. You're all like pattern experts. So I felt like that's groovy vibes, and I definitely felt that that needed a shout out this evening because it's pretty. Oh, right. Do you know, I'm going to pop it back on the shelf while I'm here. Tidy up as I go. Okay, so the next sort of pre-spring inspired swim style. Yes, I think you're right. Printed a lot of swim style patterns recently. This is a fabric godmother, and it's really not sold through that fast. I thought that this would be super popular because it's beautiful, but this is always the way it goes, isn't it? Is that Mr. Stitches on his way in? I think it could be. Now then, this one is, where have I put it? This is the Page, and this is a viscose twill. So a little bit on the warmer side, or the more substantial side. And yeah, just the colours in this are just fab, aren't they? They really sort of brighten things up. I think this came out in around early autumn time. But it's definitely got a springy feel to it for me with that green base. If you can see that there. I'm just going to spread it out on the single so you get an idea of scale, because how pretty is that? Yeah, that'd make a gorgeous jumpsuit, wouldn't it? Something like really, really fab. So I have decided this year that I really just need to add some just pretty dresses to my wardrobe. I feel like I've been far too sensible for too long. I've really sort of focused on sewing wearable basics, which is what you need to build a handmade wardrobe. But I've kind of reached the point where I'm like, I just want to make some pretty dresses now. And when I open my wardrobe, and let me know if you can relate to this if you've been sewing for a while, I love everything that's in it. And because it's all well made and good quality fabrics, there's nothing wrong with any of it. But I'm like, I fancy some fresh things. So it is my mission this year to just sew for joy, just to sew things that make me feel good and for the joy of sewing beautiful fabric. And that sometimes that's all the reason that you need. So that one is the Page Viscose Twill. You don't like the green background? Well, each to their own. We can't all like the same things, can we? Do you like the turquoise in that? Ooh, let's get it rolled back up. Now then, I think I showed the next couple to you very briefly last week, or at least I showed you one of them, but I'm going to show you them again because as a set, the colours on these are just fantastic. These are the Crafty Pie Line Flower. Is it Line Flower? Yes. And it's a blend of cotton and viscose. I'm peering at my notifications because the security cameras are telling me that someone's in the backyard. I hope it's my husband and not a marauder. I'm so paranoid. This comes in 3 different colourways, and together, I'll try and show you them as a set. Very sort of pastel-y fresh, which is why I felt that they were on theme for this evening. So we've got the pink here. And what's nice about these, they really surprised me when they came in. They're a lovely blend of cotton and viscose, and I didn't really know what to expect with that because viscose is so drapey, cotton generally is not. So together, they actually make the most beautiful cloth. I am very impressed with this, and it has a good amount of body to it. I know a couple of ladies that have been in. I think Carolyn's on. Carolyn came in and was really sort of surprised at how lovely this is. Carolyn knows her fabrics inside out. So yeah, just gorgeous. And we've got this sort of retro vibe feeling pink print on here. definitely goes in the category of joyful, colourful fabrics. I'm just going to wrap that one up and then I'll show you the other two colours. Obviously, because it's purple and pink, I like it. You prefer it to be navy if it was, yeah. If we all like the same things, it would be boring, wouldn't it? Now, there's not much of this one left. This is the purple colourway. And in fact, a lady took 3 meters of this today. She's bringing it to social tomorrow, I think, to cut out. So here we go. This is it in lilac. It's a bit of me, that is, isn't it? Can't have an entirely purple wardrobe, though. That's... Or can I? Maybe I can. And finally, we've got this nice aqua. Well, I've just ripped the tag. This is when people are like, oh, there doesn't seem to be a tag on that one. That's because I've been studying breaking them all off. And this is this aqua sort of green colour. I think it is just listed as green. These are $13.50 a metre. So for a kind of semi-designer fabric, I think that's a good price. How wide is it? Again, it is 150 centimetres or 60 inches wide. Very nice. There we go. So yeah, I really like that colour. That's just that colour combination of the light and the dark green. I think that's just different. So those are some nice viscoses if you were wanting to make some nice dresses and blouses. Jumpsuits and cords, we've got it covered. Sometimes it's nice to have a little refresher of what's on the shelf. Okay, so I've also pulled out a few jerseys. Literally just a couple here. This one's incredibly springy, isn't it? This one is called Field Day. Bit of banging and crashing going on out there. What's going on? This is really soft. I wish you could feel it. It's 95% cotton to 5% elastane, and again 150 centimetres wide, and we've got this floral design here which I'll just show you a bit closer, and lots of beautiful colours in this one, so just a lot of fun. Some really nice stretch and recovery. This is one of the Little Johnny range, and there's a good few meters left on there if you did want some of that one. You're viewing them in a different way now. It's a new year. I love it. I should just rearrange the shop. You know, like when they move Tesco and they move the milk, and then you can't find anything and you see new things. But yeah, isn't that pretty? This would just be lovely for those sort of layering pieces. Just tops and dresses, and yeah. When you're thinking about like a nice cute springy dress with pumps, or for little ones as well. Or pyjamas. I have a new pair of pyjamas actually to get into tonight, but they're the shop bought. Well, not shop bought. They're bought from a local business, so they are ready to wear. But there we go. They're gorgeous. Can't wait to put them on. And then I would be remiss if I didn't share these bunnies with you, and I've just had an awful suspicion that these may not be on the website anymore, so I'll have to check. But look, little Easter bunnies. I'll have to tot that one up and make sure I put it back on, so I won't tease you too much with that one. That was very popular last year, and there's just a little bit left over. And finally, this is one of the softest jerseys on the shelf. This is the beautiful Tabitha cotton jersey. Oh, this is nice. I would love to make something like the Sew Over It Esma dress in this one. Just very simple gabardine skirt. And oh, isn't that lovely? Just with that floral design, really sort of warm, purpley, powdery kind of a shade. Are you the only one thinking, ooh, nearly springs? No, that's the whole point. I'm pushing it. We're going to start thinking ahead this evening. Bye, Michelle. Thank you for joining in. So, yeah, those are the jerseys. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at those fabrics this evening, just a bit of something different whilst we wait on some of the new things to come in that I've been busy shopping for this week. And yeah, that's about it from me. Do let me know in the last few minutes if you'd like to see anything in particular. I can always pull it off for you. Oh gosh, warmed up a bit now. I've been throwing fabric around. Certainly gets you going. It is getting a little bit lighter, isn't it? We were saying that last night, because usually about 4 o'clock here it's pitch black, and when I looked up I was like, oh, it's not dark. Woohoo!